Alright, we have an insane update on the state of things. We have the main function down here that's basically your console that processes commands. So right now we have it displaying the name and location in the command line prompt like so. I believe that's showing up. Yes, it is. Alright, so we can say new game. And what is my name? John Smith. How long have I lived? 35 years. What do I do for a living? I'm a carpenter. What do I identify as? Tree Smith. Boom. Is this information correct? You know what? I believe I was wrong. Hold on. Let's take it back to the beginning so we can get it right. My name is Calvin Klein for some reason. 87. I'm a locksmith. What do I identify as a lock? Yes, this is correct. Now, we only retain the information that's important right now. That's the name and the location for now, because yeah, it doesn't really matter. We got a lot of information that we might not want, or we might have to actually utilize a different chunk of the screen, like from here to here. You know, this area over here. But other than that, that's what we got. Right, we could still clear. Exit, you know, boom, that's the commands we have set up right now. Clear, new, and exit. We changed it up. We now process the entire input as a lowercase function, so no matter how you type it, it will always accept it. So if I just bring that back up and I do CLEAR, it's going to clear it. And if I type in EW, it's going to do new. Now, obviously, if we type random shit, it's just going to say unknown command, which, to be fair, we should process unknown command after all that. So, it's going to be interesting. What if the name error function modifies a exception switch, right? So this exception switch activates whenever a non-ending exception gets called. I don't know, something like that. It's all fancy, right? It's all fancy. It's all Python all the time, right? So this is, if we're up to 57 lines and we just have a little console command so far, this is pretty good, right? Pretty good progress. Compact, pretty good, and we're using everyone's favorite, the try and exception type loops, which is always a fan favorite. Alright, here we are yet again with another problem to solve. So, we have implemented some commands, more importantly, this help command. So, hold on, I'm going to change this a little bit. Still. Do this, okay, so, save that. I'm gonna open it. Alright, cool. So now, start of the thing. It's gonna ask you all this shit. Now, it's all the code. We don't need to see the code anymore, right? I don't know. Probably not. So, I'm just gonna do this. Clear, just so it clears. Get that at the bottom, and I'm gonna type help. Boom. Now, all of a sudden, we get all these commands. Sweet. Now, of course, this and this have not been implemented yet, so they don't quite clear like I would if I hit help again, it would clear, and I'll just get the commands there. But that's another day, another dollar, right? So we're doing things, and we're using a single loop, which is the most important part. Because if this loop calls onto another loop like this, well, that's just one loop. We aren't going a loop within a loop within a loop within a loop. This is the main loop, which processes the console. We don't need the console if we are doing an action. So this is an action called making a new character. So this, and then we finally break. That's the thing. We finally break. Because if you get to the end and you haven't done what it wants you to do, it'll send you back to the start. So until you do the yes, then it won't break, because we break and then break again, right? Break out of the try, we break out of the while. Yep, that is the fun part. So technically you don't have to try under a while loop. You could try under a if statement. If that if statement triggers a subjective response, right? So what do we mean subjective? It's like a user input here. We're just asking for an input. You could type anything, but we are narrowing it down by keyword function. And that is the essential part of everything.